If you don't take your protein, your muscles will not be able to support your weight and you'll be in a lot of trouble.
I'm in pain. And it's the legs. It's everywhere.
I can't take it anymore. I gotta go to the emergency room.
If you need a break, take a break. It's torture. Ooh.
Jazz, can you hear me?
Hello, welcome back. This is Creation Motivation Podcast, and we're continuing talking about 1,000-pound roomies with Jazz and Nisha at Lose and Maintain. Just trying to lose weight and talk about motivating things, right? So, continuing from the last episode, the last one left off, of course, on a cliffhanger where Jazz ended up going to the hospital, and they take her right in, and they decide to rule out whether she has blood clots and serious conditions, and I would be freaked out just like her. She's freaking out in the moment. And it was just really weird how it left off in the last one because she wasn't responding and she wasn't talking. And I guess they recommended that she go in. But then all of a sudden she seems a lot better. And they rule out blood clots and they take blood work. And Misha's with her the whole time. She's the homie. She's the good friend. And at the end, the doctors ruled it as arthritis was like the diagnosis given, arthritis, especially in the knee. And Jazz mentioned, she quoted one of the doctors saying that she was wasting away. So one of it was malnutrition as well, which does make sense in a way because malnutrition, which is essentially fasting too much or starving yourself or just not eating enough, can really affect you as well. I was seriously freaking out. I thought she was having a seizure. I thought things were just really, really bad. But of course, malnutrition is no joke as well. I have had that happen to me in the past where I was fasting and I didn't get enough water in and I basically passed out. And it was a really, really scary experience. I don't remember much. I remember waking up and bleeding because I had fallen on something sharp. And I just felt so bad. So it can happen. If you are going to be dieting, especially to this extreme extent, with the weight loss shot in particular, then you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're getting your nutrients, at least taking, multivitamin or whatever is recommended for that. The time I was taking it a little too far, I was training for a half marathon. And I was doing intermittent fasting and I kind of pushed it too far and that's what happened. So when it comes to a weight loss shot or the surgery for that matter, it's restricting you. It's restricting you completely from eating. You have a very, very low appetite depending on the strength of the dose or the type of surgery you get. It's reducing your stomach to nothing. So I could see why this happened to her. And in the moment, it shocked me because at first I was like, that's it, arthritis. But then I kind of looked into it more and I realized, okay, that does make sense. You would feel really bad. You would feel weak and I don't know, it could get you to a point where you can't talk or respond. Who knows? But after that, the episode moves on. Everything kind of goes back to normal in a sense. Of course, Jazz does have to pay attention. The doctor that first prescribed the medicine and the shot, she recommends that she takes a break from it, of course. Make sure your body gets back to normal and heals a little bit. And this makes Jazz freak out because she still has 50 pounds to go to get to her weight loss goal. But she's still doing pretty good. And it is a big concern. It is a big worry because she is so close. And when you get your appetite back, sometimes you can go a little bit crazy. I know for me, anytime I get sick with the flu or any kind of sickness or I'm down and out, or when you're pregnant, when you get your appetite back, you kind of celebrate and you go crazy and you eat a lot because, oh my gosh, I can eat again. So hopefully that doesn't happen to her. We'll just have to see. But the episode continues on as normally and Nisha ends up going on a date with none other than the situationship, Joel. And I'm trying to like him. I promise you. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. And I did think it was a sweet gesture of him to take her on a date. Of course, Nisha later confirms that this is the only date he's ever taken her on. And they've known each other for 20 years. 20 years. Okay, that number just stuck out like a sore thumb. That is such a long time. I could see maybe, a couple years or 5 years in this kind of relationship, but this is 20 years. And I just could not believe it. He takes her to this restaurant, and it's a nice restaurant. It's not some weird drive-through, or it's not McDonald's. It's not some random place, but it's a nice restaurant. It looks kind of like a Denny's. That I don't think they confirmed. If they did say what it was, I missed it. But it looks like a Denny's or an IHOP or Marie Callender's, something along those lines. And Nisha was having none of it. She did not like it at all. She wanted something nicer. And I'm not picky. I think that if you're dating and you find the right person, this is the person that's going to make you feel good wherever you are. This is the person that you get with them. You could be at the DMV. You could be in the worst place possible and you'll have fun. They'll make it fun. They'll make it romantic. They'll make it less stressful. This is the kind of person you want to look for in any relationship, right? And I don't mind Denny's. I don't mind these restaurants. So I thought it was a sweet gesture. Of course, he does try to make it even nicer by putting this tablecloth on the table. And it's like a vase of flowers of some kind of decorations. Nisha doesn't like that either. She said, instead of investing in this stuff, you could have just spent a little bit more and you could have gone to an even nicer place. Now, I do see her point of view on that. It's been 20 years. I agree with her on that. After 20 years, I would kind of want something big too. But at the same time, essentially, it's a first date. It's been 20 years. They know each other already, and she wants him to commit. And in that moment, I was thinking, man, this is such a sweet gesture of him. He's finally doing something. I don't know if it's TLC or Jazz pressuring him that finally made him do this, but this is a sweet gesture. This is something, he's finally doing something nice. But once I thought that, the episode continues and they have this conversation.
Well, if it's not broke, we don't gotta fix it, do we?
So you don't want anything more?
I mean, I like what we have right now.
You trying to play me?
I'm not. It's just, I don't think I'm really ready for a relationship, and I kind of like what we have.
I feel like the only reason why you brought me here was because I was going out with somebody else.
This just hit me hard that he's comfortable where they are. And that just sums it all up. This just shows exactly what he's thinking, exactly what he wants. He just wants to be friends with benefits. They call it a situationship. I don't know exactly what it is, but it sounds like it's friends with benefits, nothing further, no more, no less. And when he says, why break something that's not broken? I felt so bad for her. And you could tell she was starting to cry and getting emotional because the fact that he did this, he thought that he was maybe calming her down or giving her what she wanted, but this actually made things worse because she definitely got her hopes up. She was excited. She thought this is when we're finally going to become a couple. She thought all of these things. And instead, it's just, you know, here's some dinner, calm down. We're still going to be a situationship and that's it.
And I want to go on lots of dates. I want to go on dates all the time. I want it to be just like me and you, like together in a relationship, like.
Exclusively?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I thought we were kind of had a thing going.
We're not moving forward. And so, yeah, of course she's going to tear up. And man, I felt so bad for her in this moment. They're just not compatible, period. And the logical thing moving forward would be that, like Jazz said, she should move on. She should get on some dating apps and find someone that she wants. And that's the other thing is he got mad that she was on dating apps. I totally forgot about that till I mentioned that. But she was going on dating apps and trying to meet someone else. And he set up this date. After 20 years, she's finally trying to move on. And he is kind of emotionally manipulating her. That's what it seems like, because he wants to keep her only for him. But at the same time, he doesn't want to lock down with her. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. So I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but all of these little things I'm seeing are just going against this guy and making him look sleazy. I'm sorry. That's just the word I think of. But maybe we're wrong. TLC does tend to do this where they make one person the bad guy and we don't see the whole story. So I'm not going to drag on him anymore. The rest of the episode is basically Jazz and Nisha are getting ready for their birthday. They're packing up. They're going to go to Big Bear. Now, when I heard that they were talking about going camping, this struck a chord with me because Jazz is in the middle of something big here. She is not feeling well. She is going through weight loss, which is messing with her emotions. She does not have her emotional crutch, I'd say, because when you are that high of a weight and you are having food issues, food addiction, you use food as a crutch. You use food to calm yourself when you have anxiety. You use your food to calm yourself when you're sad. You use food to calm yourself when you're angry. You use food to celebrate. You use food for everything. You keep food very, very close to you, close to your heart. So now that she does not have this, a lot of issues are coming out, as we've seen in the past episodes, and she's getting more anxiety and she's getting more attacks, pain attacks, panic attacks, whatever you want to call it. She's got pain in her joints. She's got arthritis. And Nisha's planning a camping trip for both of them. I would say, if it were me, I would have planned anything else. Anything else besides camping. Now, it's not exactly camping in a tent. It's camping in a cabin up in the mountains. But that's far away. That's a lot of effort on their part. They got to pack. They got to drive. They got to do all this stuff. They got to cook out there. I'd say for them, maybe a spa day or just stay in a hotel nearby and get pampered with food service where you don't have to do anything. I'm not sure why they chose Big Bear. I don't know if it's a reality show thing because they did this in 1,000 Pound Best Friends too. They made them go on this camping, glamping event. That's a lot of drama in itself. It's always camping, and camping is just the worst thing they could have chosen.
This is what happens when your friend decides that they want to be on a weight loss journey. That your friend when your friend decides that she want to be healthy. All of a sudden, what happened? All of a sudden, she wants to live, and she wants her fat ass friend to live too.
They do end up driving up there. The day started off bad from the beginning. Jazz, she woke up in a bad mood already. She probably did not want to do this. That's the weird thing, is that Nisha told her, if you don't want to go, stay home and relax and do something different. I'll go with my friends separately. And that's the thing. It's the FOMO, fear of missing out. She didn't want to miss out. So she probably said, no, I do want to go. I want to go with my friends and have fun and have a birthday event. But at the same time, she needed to rest. She needed a break after being in the hospital, right? Well, she was already in a bad mood in the morning. They had packed up the car, they drove off, and the whole ride was just awkward. They were talking and having fun, of course, but if you watch the body language, the rest of the girls, they're all smiling and happy, and Jazz is just in the back with this frown on her face almost the entire time. She just smiles once in a while, but it's mainly just negativity is just exuding from her. It's quite a stressful ride because they get up into the mountains, and I hate driving in the mountains too. It's anxiety central, but that part was stressful in itself. They were freaking out. They get there. They get to this cabin, and when they show this cabin, I was in shock. This is the smallest little cabin that they could have rented. Okay, that's a lie. There's smaller, I'm sure. But it was just tiny. Front door was small, okay? Nisha even comments that she could never fit through that front door. She doesn't think she could fit through that front door. But all the girls are still positive, and they start unpacking and taking everything in. They find a bunk bed, of all things, a bunk bed. And they're all just exploring this tiny little house and making jokes about it and how it's not a part of the big girls club. And meanwhile, Jazz stays in the car. Yes, Jazz stays in the car and refuses to get out. I guess she's in pain. Maybe her knee is acting up after being stuck in the same position, driving all that time. But she just refuses to get out. And so Nisha wants nothing with it. She's already really pissed off. And she's like, I'll just go inside. But her other friends come back and check on her. And the one girl, I wish I knew the names by heart. I don't yet. But she comes out and she talks to her. And she's really sweet about it. And she takes her time coaxing Jazz out of the car. And I thought that was really sweet of her. It takes a bit of patience for that.
I hate being a bitch. I swear I do. So we just arrived in the mountains for our big birthday camping trip, and Jazz refuses to get out of the car. I don't like treating nobody like that, but I'm so tired.
Now, from Nisha's side, she planned this whole trip, okay? I'm not saying Nisha's selfish and not caring for her friend. I'm just saying there's a side to both sides. Nisha planned this whole trip. Nisha put a lot of effort into it. I don't know who paid for it. We don't know. Maybe it's all split. But Nisha put a lot of effort. She's going to be cooking and she's setting up all of these events for it. And they're supposed to go cook s'mores and have dinner and party and have fun. And every step of the way of this trip, at least from this episode, Jazz is either anxious or depressed or in pain or sad, and she's just not having it, not positive at all, not smiling. When they do finally get Jazz inside, she sits down and she doesn't move. They bring her food. She barely eats anything, which could be still a shot, an effect from the shot, but she just does not want to do anything at all. And it just continues till the episode ends. It ends in the morning when they have breakfast. And it's just constant back and forth bickering, fighting. And it's the same problem. Jazz is in pain. Jazz is not feeling good. You don't understand where I'm coming from. And Nisha's feeling hurt because she feels like she's being taken advantage of. She has to take care of Jazz. She's planning all of these things and nothing's going right. So I do see both sides of the story. And they go into the next morning and they have this walk where they're trying to get their feelings out and fix things. But I think I'm going to just stop it there and continue in the next episode because I could talk about this all day. I always try to see both sides of the story, like I said, and I could just nitpick, and I tend to ramble and these videos get too long. So I hope you are having a great day. I hope you are being motivating, getting small baby steps in. Happy goal getting. Have a good one. Bye-bye.